Let's go back to the preservative that caused the eye damage. Do you remember what the name of that preservative is?
I will as long as I'm drawing breath. It's called benzalkonium chloride. And the first time that a retired ophthalmologist kindly took the time to come out of retirement and talk to me, I remember him saying, "So what are you doing to treat these problems?" And I said, "I'm using these drops, these dilating drops that they use in eye exams." And he said, "Oh my God, stop. The preservative in those is toxic to corneas." And it was that day that I started looking online and realizing that for 50 or 60 years, this benzalkonium chloride has been known to be toxic to corneas.
Do you know if they're still using that preservative in eye products?
They are, but less and less. I remember reaching out to the Food and Drug Association about a year after I got the news. And I said, this is well known and well documented, and what can we do to take away its approval and maybe get it off the market? And they sent me a link to a PDF that was 270 pages. That was the form that I could fill out to start the process. And of course, by this point, I'm visually impaired. And I don't know if it was by design or by default, but I think it was the FDA's nice way of saying, go away.
Mm-hmm. What is the name of your disability?
Well, it's basically chemically burned eyes, but the chemical burns caused something called neuropathic corneas. And anybody that's had any kind of nerve pain or had a scratch in their cornea or something kind of bad stuck in their eye knows the intense sharp pain. It is a fairly rare side effect of benzalkonium chloride, but in the tests, people that were treated with benzalkonium chloride in eye drops could develop this after a year of use. And I used the drops for 6 years. And what it does, besides the neuropathic pain, is it damages the components of the eye that create the three parts to a healthy tear film layer. So a healthy tear film layer is basically salt water and oil and grease. But if you mess with that recipe or you damage the production of salt water, oil, or grease, you get a raw, exposed eye. That's one of the first things that benzalkonium chloride does. It breaks down your eye's natural defenses. And once those defenses, the healthy tear film layer, are gone, it just starts battering away at the nerves. They say if I had stopped using the drops after a year, the damage might not have been permanent. But the diagnosis was made conclusive in Paris, France, and he said the damage is all the way down to the stem cell levels and it will never heal.